Hi guys, I hope you guys are well. I tried to make this video um earlier, but I'm just really emotional today. And I want to just say that I have some words for you guys. I have a good amount of words. I still had them from yesterday, but there was just so much. I wasn't able to get all of them out. And after delivering a specific amount of words and then doing phone calls, I get really drained. Whenever I speak about what I see or what I hear in the spirit, or God shows me, sometimes I do get drained after delivering it. You know what I mean? And it's not because, God has allowed me to get drained. What it is like sometimes when I post certain words, people don't like certain things. And, sometimes people don't understand. But when you really are a seer, you really have the gift to hear and you are obedient to God, you have to remember that it's not only good people that are watching, but there's also a lot of really possessed and mean and evil people that watch as well. And they don't want me helping y'all. They don't want any of the, you know, children of God helping y'all. Those of us who can hear from Him and stuff. And, ooh,
You're perfect.
I've been trying so hard not to cry. I don't want to make this about me or you guys, because it's not about us right now. And even though I have words to deliver for you guys, I'm probably going to deliver it either tomorrow or when God pushes me to, if He pushes me to. But I really just want to talk about just how truly amazing He is, right? And I just want you guys to understand that what He had to go through. Don't forget about like what Jesus had to go through. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, His name's not Jesus, His name is Yahweh. Can I tell you something? To be honest, I hear the voice of the Lord and I call Him Jesus, and He doesn't have an issue with that. He doesn't. And when I mention in the name of Jesus, the demons run. Okay? So I don't think the name matters. It's about your motives, your intentions, your heart. It's about your relationship with Him. It's about the intimate moments you spend with Him, the love that you have for Him. Because a person can say, His name is Yeshua, and they may not love Him. A person could say His name is Jesus, and they don't even love Him. You get what I'm saying? So He knows our hearts, He knows our intentions, He knows our minds, He knows our spirits, He knows everything about us. And I just want you guys to remember, what happened and what He did for us. And, just imagine like knowing you're about to get killed for people. Just imagine like, knowing who's going to betray you and still having to be around them, because that is the purpose, that is the calling, that is the assignment that you have here. You know what I mean? And just imagine being here, helping people, loving people, being so perfect, not having an evil bone in your body. Yet while you're here, you're still being mocked, you're still being laughed at, you're still being used, you're suffering as well, right? And imagine going through all that, and then on top of that, right before you're crucified, someone from your circle betrays you. And not only that, but someone denies you right before you get arrested. Someone that you love denies you right before you get arrested. Which he was forgiven. Peter was forgiven after, and he served God after, So I want to remind you guys about that as well. But just imagine going through all of that right before getting killed, going through that betrayal before getting killed. On top of that, being mocked, being spit at, being whipped, carrying a whole cross while being in pain, and then being nailed. You know what I'm saying? Being nailed and having to depend on your own body weight to stay up within the wounds that you have, and even in being in that position, still having such a good heart to forgive, because Jesus told his father, Father, forgive them. Still having the heart to forgive. And still healing people while being in that position. There was a man that was also being crucified on the cross right next to him. And he healed that man. He saved that man. And said, you're saved. You're going to go to heaven. You know, you have been forgiven. You know, imagine that. And then imagine people still mocking you even after doing all that. And people still hating you. And this is why I tell you guys all the time. It's not about us, no, but it's why I tell you guys all the time. You can't expect people to love you if many didn't even love him. You have to understand that not everyone's going to love you, especially if they didn't love him. And if you are of him, if you are his true child of God, those who hate him are going to hate you. You see what I'm saying? But I just want you to understand just how beautiful God is. And if you don't know anything about Jesus and you want to know about Jesus, I recommend that you read the scriptures, the books of Matthew and Luke when you can. And the reason why I'm so emotional about it is because I don't just know God because I read about him. You know, even though it's good to read about it. I know him because I have a spiritual relationship with God. And as much as there's people out there that lie and pretend, when you are someone that truly can hear him and truly has had access to see, it hits you on a whole nother level, right? So I just want you guys to remember what he did for us. And just know that he loves us so much. So much. And I'm not crying now because it's, you know, it's the time, the season. This is something that I've been struggling with for years. I'm just like, God, why? You didn't deserve this. No one deserves, you know? And this is why I push you guys so much to know him on that level and not just out of fear because you're scared to go to hell or, you know, because you feel like you have to. I want you guys to really seek him. I want you guys to really make sure your heart is good because I'm telling you, that is the key to access him. That is the key for you to access him in a way that is unbelievable. In a way where you can see, you can feel, you can hear things that many others can't. That is the way to access him, is through your heart. I'm telling you. And it has to be authentic. That is the way. And I just want you guys to just understand that he loves you so much. Even when you have to go through training. I know it's difficult, but he loves you. He loves you. He said in the last days, people are going to deny him. And we have to understand that right now there's a lot of trickery and there's manipulative tactics and ways to get his own people to deny him without even realizing they're actually denying him. But that's a whole other thing. And those who are seers, they'll understand. Those who he has given access to see him in that way, in the spirit, they'll understand what I'm talking about. But just don't be deceived and just really just clean your heart. Focus on him and his plans for your life. And just know that he loves you. Okay? He really, truly loves you.
I do.
All right. And yeah, that's all I want to say. So if anybody has not really learned about Jesus and they want to know, read about Matthew and Luke and really, truly just open your heart. Open your heart to him. I'm telling you, listen, if you can trust people who have betrayed you over and over again, open your heart to God who will never betray you. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Perfect.